I got next. I got next. That's what we used to say on the court, right? Um, that's why b-ballers is a part of hip hop, just like rappers. There's a distinction between the two, but there's not. You know what I mean? Um, Allen Iverson was a baller, right? He played for the Sixers, but he's also a hip hopper. You know, it's it's just funny to me how we distinguish. And he was a rapper, right? He's a hip hopper, baller, rapper, and there it is. That's the triadic understanding of the men, right? We even though I wasn't the biggest basketball fan, I was more baseball, and I would play intramural baseball in school. But we also did the intramural football. We did the intramural basketball up Kutztown. Um, and around the hood, growing up in Uptown, right across the street was the play, Edmonds. So we used to play basketball there, and then they had like a little tournament back in the day up at uh what is down the street from Wadsworth Avenue? What school is that? Pennypack? No, I I, I have to look all this information up, and I know I'm losing cool points from my Uptown legends and not knowing all the you know. But yeah, this is Volothan Modulus Tautology again, and I'm back with a new mission in life. I'm making this on the whim, like all these videos. What I'm doing is I found some new software to lay down my little videos and give my talks on whatever the topic is. I'm staying away from the the most the popular internet talks, because it's actually ignorant. It's the same play every day, right? So it is make hip hop look bad with the rappers and stuff. So the way you do that is you gossip about P Diddy and Jay Z and R Kelly and all the rich, uh, successful or whatever rich, you know people, whatever, the stars, the quote unquote stars, and then ignore all the legends, the true hip hoppers that help to make a foundation out of our culture. So, um, hip hop is an American culture created by the children of the 1960 civil rights movement, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, and then Kwame Ture. So it's not surprising to me to see John McWhorter sell us out again like that, just like that. Like I I like his style a little bit, but he's a linguistic. You can't trust him. Um, it's what's the foundation? What's the fundamental definition, and it's like we can't come to an agreement on it. That's where the linguistic or the person that studies linguistics becomes a fraud, because they'll just change the colloquialism of a simple word like gay, right? Which used to just be happy and spin around. The little children spin around and fall down and laugh at life, and that meant it was gay. Like, yeah, that's gay, right? And it used to be, disco, YMCA. You know what I mean? Like, all right, that's a gay song. Like, you know what I mean? Where as hip hop, the hibbit to the hibbit to the hip hop, you don't stop or rock it to the bang bang boogie to up jump the biggie to the rhythm of the boogie to be. It was the Sugar Hill Gang, right? And it was a gang of, it was about love, you know what I mean? And their other legendary song is Apache. I can't wait to get into Apache with y'all. Yeah, that's gonna be that day, right? Because then we really talking about the true foundational black autochtons or Americans, and how it relates to hip hop, and how this is actually our land. That's why we laugh at the notion of Trump getting rid of born on this land as being with the 14th Amendment or whatever. It was created to protect us, the foundational black autochtons or Americans, FBA we like to say for short. It was putting into the, like a lot of affirmative action laws and things of those nature. Those things are put specifically for black people that started this land way back in uh, what year we going with? 1526, but we was here before 1492. We know the truth. And that's where white superiority rears its ugly head. And no, we white, they were all, cannibals or whatever they want to say before we came, and we're the one that brought culture here, and because I'm white and I say so. Like that's the mind that you're dealing with, whether it's leftists or rightist, and in trying to really just take over the world. So that's what they doing. But it's all good. We still here to have fun and enjoy time with our families, and that's what time of the year it is. So and that's what I want y'all to do, right? Like, yes, a lot of us are behind the scenes, struggling. I'm slowly reconnecting with the crew, and trying to get the network back up and running. I had to shut it down. It was just too much noise from political parties, and it was one-sided. If you really noticed, most of Trump's ads was making fun of their ads, which is funny, right? Like, and he spent a third of what they did on publishing, and that's what I'm therein is where I am right now. I'm trying to figure out how to get my publishing up while going against the beast of still political policies of them trying to run a certain narrative, and that narrative is still Black Lives Matter, LGBT, like those are hip hop cultures, and we've already established that no, those aren't the grassroots. The grassroots is Rakim, the grassroots is Big Daddy Kane, the grassroots is EPMD, the grassroots is Dougie Fresh and Slick Rick, the grassroots is Karis One and D Nice. We ain't forget about you, D Nice. I'm gonna get back to you, man. You know what I'm saying? I really like that little tape that you have. Well, he has a mixtape that was on Apple Music that I used to just play through, and then they would get mad at me because of one curse word to slip through, and it's you played the curse word, and then now they want to report me and get me fired. And hey, I'm talking about immigrants, whether or not they were legal. I'm not with ISIS, but I heard they hiring, so we'll see what's going on soon, right? What else do I want to add? That's a pretty much of the house cleaning, like my man says. What's his name? Royce White. Check out Royce White. He actually ran for Senate this time. He's a Republican, so the white leftist liberal, they're not going to get shown any love, and of course Republicans with the rhinos, a Republican in name only, they're not going to show him any love. So he I don't know how bad he did or how good he did this past election, but I'm assuming that he didn't win because he was up against a juggernaut on the Democratic side, and he lives in a Democratic state. He lives in a blue state that everybody's trying to turn red, like PA, but PA is still a blue. It's a purple state. It's always been a purple state. Red and blue makes purple. That's why I'm saying it that way. We're a purple state, and now what does purple mean, and versus what does red mean, versus what do blue mean? That's where I get into my color theory, and we'll get more into that. I'm not talking about colorism, which is some pseudo racism versus xenophobia nonsense psychologically. I'm talking about the inner God within you, and understanding how those colors either give you the thought of, say, red being courage, or the emotions of red being courageous, but you live in fear. Your emotions is contradicting yourself. So, but once again, I'm coming off cold just a little bit, just to grab your attention, to say, hey, follow me. I'm just here to entertain you real quick with some edutainment. Give you something else to think about. Like my man, what's his name? I'm here just to make you think. Is another YouTuber. A lot of YouTubers are just starting out. They got thousands of followers. I'm still at 60, so I'm gonna make this on my YouTube page. Come over, subscribe. My Facebook page. I'm at 600. I'm about to reach 7. I might hit this 700 already. 700 followers. Of course, the goal will be 800, 900, 1,000. But one person at a time. Hit that like button, subscribe, share, and then contributions or whatever. Y'all can do that at your whim or whatever. I'll share that information here and there. I don't want to make it seem like I'm begging, like Barack Obama was doing with trying to defeat Trump, but that's not what he was doing. He was running the scam to help all his cronies and then turn his back on the black community like he's doing. So it is what it is, and we're going to learn our lesson. We're going to learn the lesson and get back to building our true hip-hop culture, which included John F. Kennedy and Robert F. Kennedy, along with Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, as the first martyrs, and that first Messiah. Rest in peace to Fred Hampton, right? But Fred Hampton Jr. for my last check is still with us, and shout out to him over there on the West Coast. This is Volathan Modulus Tautology on the East Coast. That was my serious moment, but now I'm here to have fun. So I found out on something new on this. Let me click this button real quick. And there it is. And on my so you should be able to see that now in the upper right hand corner. And you should hear that little clicks that I'm doing. And I'm gonna hit that button there. Oh, I hit that button there, and then I'm gonna hit that button there. And there it is. It's gonna pop up soon. And what this is how to beat Mike Tyson. Let me turn this volume down. How to beat Mike Tyson, right? There's no other way to do it than to do it on this system here, right? The classic game. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play a little bit of this for y'all and continue to talk my smack a little bit, I guess, as I train, because this was one of the concepts that we was thinking about, me and the teenager. He was a preteen adolescent back then. What if we train in the virtual boxing games and fight our way up to Mike Tyson and whip Mike Tyson's butt, just like whoever the kid's name, I don't even know. And everybody know that fight was fake, but at the same time it was real. At the same time, it is, because boxing is just putting on the show. Yeah, Mike could have, if Mike would have fought hungry enough, I think Mike would have really hurt him. So, I mean, that's the game. That's the game, and yeah, Mike might have took a pay, and they doing their investigations on it, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, and we'll see what comes about from that. But I mean, if they didn't do the same thing with politics just now, right? That's the part that they put fraud on the community, especially the black community, when it comes to fatherhood. They're attacking all the black fathers with fraud, and then when we speak up for ourselves and we try to, we're getting neglected as black men. So, and this is the byproduct of it, of what the current state of our nation is. Now it's okay, black women, y'all fought for the leadership for the past 4 years, now lead, and it's like, nope, we're going to watch it burn down because y'all didn't do what we say, kind of attitude. So, all right, see how they do? We said that back with Barack Obama. So we was able to accomplish some things under Trump, and we should be able to accomplish some things now with Daddy's back, and hopefully we can get that platinum plan in place, and get some opportunity to rebuild the devastation to the black community that Biden did, and Barack Obama, and Kamala. Well, Kamala tried, but nah, we spit on the ground to people that lie about, you know, bringing false, tenses to the courts on us, and she was a prosecutor doing that, and you can't get no more evil than that. So there it is. All right. So one of the things I'm playing around with, let me see if it transitions well. You know what I mean? Bam. See how I'm playing. So I got a new software, and that's another thing that I'm doing. I want to record this and see how it's running out, and I mean see how it's working, and see if that got bigger when I did that. If I can stretch and move things, and see how the sound comes out when in the background while I'm playing the game, because I'm doing all this without the proper earphones, without the proper microphone. That's why I be needing the teenager here with me. He might be here on Wednesday or Thursday. We'll see. I don't think he's coming today, but we'll figure all that out. And then when he's here, we'll do our typical. What game we playing? Oh, Minecraft is the game that we're trying to get in there. So I'm over here about to bust. So this is real time, me busting Glass Joe butt, right? So left, right, bang, right there. There it is, right? See how quick that is? And there it is, But this game, what year is this? 1985 or 6? It might have been. I gotta stop talking too much, right? Bang. It might have. Is this, my first? It had to be 97 when I got it, because I was 16, and I went and got my first NES. Had a little corny job working at Kmart. Oh, come on. I was working at Kmart, and what happened? I ain't got no star. Oh, jeez. I was working at Kmart, and my man Shorty Love, rest in peace, my neighbor, the oldest of 3 boys, Byron, was my age, and shout out to D-Rail. Daryl has my brother. Daryl's right in between me and my brother. So us 3 are the last of the. We got the Collins next door on the right hand side. They 2 cool brothers too. But that was life in the hood on my block on the 8000 of Williams. Well, one of the 8000s of Williams. We had actually 2 8000s, and down the street was the Sanders and other family. Shan. I wonder how Shan. I don't know if Shan made it, but you got a lot of criminality in the hood. People like myself, my dad really pushed me to go to college. Well, he actually said he didn't care. He, join the service for all he cared, right? That's that tough love that he used to show me, right? But I was able to, go to Kutztown and meet up with other friends and work while I went to classes, and able to take out a little bit of loan to try to help him, and work and pay for the rent, and buy me a little hoagie or whatever to eat, and because that meal plan used to be ridiculous too. I even worked at the and it's funny with the apps I got on one of my apps that I get. They bing me to come work for the cafeteria up there at Kutztown. It's like, y'all serious? Like, but nah, I'm not. I'm never gonna go back there to and that's over an hour drive just to get an hour in for $1.50 or whatever it is that they paying. So, but those are the black jobs that we currently have, and yes, it's like 70% white folks that do it, but a lot of black people do it too. But then therein is where we're fighting for. The different positions between being a busboy and being the head chef or whatever. So, that's in the restaurant business. They're also doing other means, retail too. Even retail, they'll bang me to come do some planogram resets and things of that nature. But that's the current job market, and it has its perks and minuses at the same time. They don't advertise it. That's why it's kind of funny. But but it does get corny if you're locked into it. It seems like it's harder to get out of it, and that's where we have to find some kind of lawyership or something to figure it out. So we'll figure it out though. But that was one of the ideas that Barack came up with these gig jobs. You also have oh, come on. You gotta focus once in a while. um, yeah, Brock the one that came up with the Uber and the all this new concept as far as employment, and that's why the unemployment rate is so low, because technically everybody has a job with the app on their phone. So, and that's one of the hypocrisies that we're battling in the background. And it's like, don't talk about it, but I mean, seriously, like, it's freedom of speech, right? That's supposed to be one of the main things about America, is we're supposed to be able to point out the injustices going on in the world. And one of the such injustices is the attack on the children. Like, I'm not playing this to just get the children to come watch me play this game. And you do have some YouTubers that do that. Shout out to Zach Scott. I'm doing this to really talk to my Generation X people. Yeah, y'all remember this game, and y'all, y'all astonished about my skills right now. How I'm able to breeze through and make my way up to the championship fight with no problem. And I'll be back, and I'll, show maybe 3 more fights or something like that, and take my next. I'm taking out Super Macho Man and Mike Tyson. Because that's just how it flows. So, and everybody wants, everybody just trying to get the kids to box, and it's like, all right, and they showing a lot of Muhammad Ali on my page, I guess. I've been sharing Ali and Frazier, and like I said, when I was 12 years old, I met Frazier. 12? Might have been younger than that. I met Frazier, shook his hand and everything, because my dad was the head coach of head manager and part owner of the night softball team. Shout out to Kinkus, My Place, Night Winds. How many different bars sponsored us, right? And it's like, that's child abuse, because they would, if after a win, we would go to the, especially if it was on a Saturday, Saturday game or whatever. It was, win the game, and we go to the family tavern, and the burgers was banging at all of them. You go get a burger from them, and the guys would talk this smack or whatever, and they try not to cuss or whatever, but at the same time they cussing their butts off, and it was like at the bar, hanging at the bar with the superstars. That was I'm referencing a friend from Karis One on that one again, right? That was the big event. For myself growing up, and Mr. C and my brother and my cousin Elder Black, Wayne, and Hassan, I might have showed up once in a while, and because and that was one of the perks, I guess, of growing up and learning how to be a man from the elder brothers that collectively was our fatherhood. So there it is, right? So I hope I don't lose. I'm gonna have to focus a little bit, because this one is a little tough. Because I forget all the little. I forget how to get a quick star. There it is. There it is. Way back in the days when hip hop began with Coke, La Rock, Kool Herc, and then Bam, right? There it is. Oop, there it is. So, I mean, we'll rap some more, and I'll bring up more songs, and we'll go over some lyrics and stuff of that nature, because that's what's important in hip hop. Like I hear everybody, people talking about the music and how the sound of music is get into your soul and all that, good stuff. But then at the same time, there's contradiction, and like that's strictly the devil. Like music, like all the other angels in heaven, didn't didn't produce the same kind of sound, but for good or for God or for greatness or for, all the positive things. Like we want to say that rap music is all the negative things, but I'm sharing personally with you rap music that has all of the positive things. So, I mean, yes, the message was about how dirty the hood was and what we had to do to build, and we already went over the lyrics. Broken glass everywhere, people peeing in the corner like they just don't care. Don't push me cause I'm close to the edge, and just the stress of what was going around in the hood, in those type of communities, and how we were able to build it up, and it looks nicer and nicer in the hood. Like I go back to my parents' hood, it's like, it looks good. It doesn't look as bad as you know what I mean? It isn't behind the scenes. It's just, it's sad but funny to see um, people still of the mentality that it's the Wild Wild West. So when I see a good friend of mine who is a police officer serving for many years, shout out to him, Falcons fan. Oh, geez, Sean, right? I don't want to give all names anyway, because people want to say alias and everything. But seeing him do a little video of him stopping a guy running around the hood with a gun, jogging the hood like it's really the Wild Wild West like that, and it's not, and still talking to friends that's, talking about the jealousy that's going on, and because we misunderstand favoritism, what I mean, like uh, favoritism is all around us, right? Not cash rules everything around me. It's favoritism rules everything around me. So yes, it is, I guess God keeps showing favoritism, but it's really not. It is you personally putting that work in to get it done, and et cetera, et cetera. And yes, there are going to be forces that are against us building in such a way. And that's what's happening. So, yes, for black fatherhood, there are forces against us, fellows. And what we have to do is keep, I don't like using the term fighting like I just did with this little silly game. We got to keep building, So, I got some wood and nails, you know what I mean? I got blueprints. Come through. We'll build a hut together or whatever, right? We'll figure out the proper angles in order to, take things to new levels. If you have those skills, and hey, you ain't got nothing else to do, come through. I'll get a 6-pack or whatever. We'll play some Madden, and then hey, help me understand how to run some of these wires and things like that, because I have a lot of ideas here, and we'll talk about seeing how you can build that or whatever. Um, it, it it is a false narrative that we have to do everything through the big corporation, right? YouTube is the big corporation. Facebook is the big corporation. So yes, it would be cool to help TD Media get his media running right, so that he has his own page, and then I can join TD Media's quote unquote YouTube page and grow from there. Because that's what we're trying to grow separate from these quote unquote juggernaut media sources that do nothing but censor us in order to fulfill their narrative. So, and that's me again coming off code, telling them the game plan, because they know the game plan. Like that's what we were trying to help y'all understand, especially the 92% sisters. That's we see y'all, but y'all not organized. I see two of y'all and y'all still arguing amongst yourselves, right? And you're a part of the 92%, right? What I'm trying to do is help y'all understand the mean, the median, the mode of the actual data when they do those exit polls. You see, they saying 92%, but it's based upon registration. And though they don't know who didn't and didn't vote, if they not registered to vote, of eligible voters. Some people just don't, hey, I just don't want to be involved. I just want to live my life and enjoy it. And that's what they doing. So it's I did put data in there on how to get a candidate that can really go to the forward and help foundational Black autochthon Americans. We just have to implement it, and it comes from Dr. Claude. We'll figure it out, you know. I mean, I can just keep giving y'all that data and who's the real players in this and the books that they wrote and going over some of their books and you know, AKA the doctrine. But it's not really coming off code. They know the code. What they're doing is they're working against us. That's what makes it anti-Black racism, right? They want us to believe that we're working against them. Now, I'm just trying to save up a penny or a dollar so that, you know what I mean, I can get a new microphone. So, hey, that's all for today. All right, so y'all seen I won the first one. I'm going to write this number down, and then, because that's what's up next, right? Let me hit the button. Because then after you beat the first wave, so I'll write the number down, and in my quote unquote doctrine, I don't even know how long I went on this talk. Oh, that's the wrong controller. There it is. So I'll write this number down and put it in the notes, and I'll be back, and you know, with more of Voto. You know, what are we going to title this one? Voto Box the World? I don't know. Whatever it is. And I did a chess one video. I'm going to release that one soon too. And I mean, there it is. You know, just some quick rap with y'all. Still got to get my vision right. I can't see how much time I put in, but I felt like it was over a half hour. So that's all I really had to say on that. And I think, you know, that information was good for you. And I hope you was entertained by that little video game that I showed you. So let's end it as usual. First, let's understand God is love. Hip-hop is life. Time is holy. One day it'll be tranquil. Or tranquility, right? And money is not that cream. It's not that mammon. It's the fourth dimensional illusion that really doesn't exist, because real socioeconomics is the art of making the most out of life. One God, our Father, the art of time, hip-hop life, love, one.